Okay, Final Fantasy XIV time. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, big.
Absolutely.
All right, so upcoming changes to tombstones and scripts.
Tombstones.
Tombstones.
Tome, not tomb.
Shit.
A tombstone is something very different, Michael. Honestly, a tombstone
I can't help be stupid.
A tombstone is going to be very relevant to you if you don't stop making that mistake. If we ever meet Matt, he'll kill you.
Oh, great.
He'll kill you stone dead.
A tombstone.
He'll kill you tombstone dead.
Yes. Or poet. Well, it's not just poetics, is it?
Well,
so
poetics, allegory, revelation, also used to be phantasmagoria and 100 other ones.
Yeah, so patch 6.0 will see several changes to Allegan tombstones and scripts, including the removal of Allegan tombstones of Phantasmagoria. Phantasmagoria, I did it, yeah. As well as red crafters and gatherer scripts. So the TLDR is this. There's going to be 2 new types of tombstones that are coming in Endwalker. You get them at level 90, of course. There's the tombstones, Allegan tombstones of allegory and revelation will no longer be obtainable or exchangeable for items. Instead, they'll be exchangeable for poetics, of course. After patch 6.0, poetics are basically just the general catch up and transmog one, not super useful at endgame, but super useful to me right now. So the tombstones of Phantasmagoria are being completely removed. You want to exchange these now for tombstones of allegory up until 6.0. And the tombstones of poetics are remaining in the game and will be obtainable from content up to level 80.
So
just continuing the system forward.
Yeah,
what needs to be
continuing forward. And one small correction, poetics are technically useful at endgame, but that's only because usually most relics, so far most relics have had a buy-in of poetics at the first stage or second stage. I said of the Heavensward ones where you need 6,000 stones, or 6,000 poetics per, which is a lot of Praetorium.
Yep. So, there's that then for scripts, which I really have not been involved with because gathering and crafting I've not done. So yellow scripts, unobtainable, becoming exchangeable for white scripts after the release of 6.0. Red ones removed entirely, exchanging them for yellow ones now, which of course then will be exchangeable for white ones after 6.0. There's also script tokens. I really need to get into gathering and crafting in this game, don't I?
Yeah, I need to get into it in a big way as well. But the fundamentally here, they're just simplifying it, removing stuff. So just here's your currency now. On you go.
Yeah. So that's basically what they're doing. That was the TLDR of it, and this is all stuff that I assume is just going to make sense for carrying all these systems forward into Endwalker, which I need to reach. This is going to be, other than there being a uni reunion tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
uni reunion that I now have the modifier of. Really shouldn't be drinking much alcohol whatsoever. So that'll be fun. But man, there's a lot of FF to squeeze in, and a lot of other things. Oh boy. But there's no spoilers, but in Heavensward, it's going really good. So good shit. The Unending Journey livestream adventures with the community team is going on Thursday, 28th of October.
That'll be sweet.
So there is that. As for some prizes, what's the deal with the prizes?
Yeah, you just
giveaway prizes. Yeah,
get some
merch.
Get some prize figures. Yeah,
get some merch.
Yep.
Good shit. So that is happening at 5 p.m. GMT, the 28th. Now there's another stream. Pretty big stream because there's another letter for the producer live. New info for crafters and gatherers, systems related topics, the new PvP, and other updates coming in Endwalker. And I'll tell you, I'm very fucking interested to see PvP.
Yeah.
Because everyone has told me, don't go to this game for PvP. And I believe Yoshida himself was even saying that, for us and what our game has been, and, the story and all of that, versus some other MMOs, there hasn't been a massive player appetite for PvP.
Yeah.
So I want to see how they do PvP, given all of these circumstances. I suppose we really have no idea, do we?
So what we do know so far is based on, who was it? I think it was Easy Allies talking to him. I may have been wrong, but I think it was Easy Allies talking to him about PvP in the media tour stuff. And he was largely saying that there's not been a huge amount of appetite because it's a Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy single player players don't really care about PvP too much, but also that what feedback they do have, they are paying attention to in terms of design, which is stuff like people don't like his being very responsible in PvP. They don't like feeling like they're the make or break in a fight in those PvP battles. And also that they find it's very difficult for people to. So I'm not even sure if they have like any form of robust like skill-based matchmaking.
Right.
So they have this problem. I know they have like rating and stuff. I'm not quite sure how well it works overall, but what was he saying? He was saying that players who, because there's so many things to do in the game, basically, players don't have the time to be good at PvP while doing everything else. But that's the part that matters for PvP because it's PvP. If you aren't good, you're going to have a bad time. So people struggle to get that skill level up when they're trying to farm all the relics, be good at all their jobs and raids, do all the crafting, do all the gathering, do everything they want to do, and also attend nightclub nights and extreme raid progression parties every other day. So the actual solve to that, as far as they're concerned, is to reduce player impact overall and kind of keep it a little smaller scale. So that's basically what we know so far. For what I believe, there's a little bit of color in the actual Lodestone post about this, but it's fundamentally saying that it's going to be like small scale PvP, kind of new system designed to be a little bit more casual feeling, or a little bit take the load off individual players better.
Yeah, and
also is going to be role agnostic, because one of the things is you hop into, I think it's Frontline, whichever one it is. You hop in and you have to you can swap your role inside, swap your job inside to match the party better instead of being fixed. But people don't really seem to like, well, at least as far as he's concerned, feedback wise, players don't like that very much. So it's going to be more role agnostic. At least that's what I'm aware of. I could be wrong on some of that, but that's what I'm aware of based on what I've been reading about it this week so far.
That'll be interesting to see. And now that it's like the more I get into the game, the more it's like, oh wait, yeah, this letter from the producer, I'm actually going to be able to understand what they're talking about.
Yep.
It's kind of more becoming an event in my calendar, and it's like, man, could you imagine if the World of Warcraft development team did this?
Wow, like,
could you fucking imagine how good it would be? Like, we're so lucky to get. We haven't had a Q&A in years.
Yeah. Is it literally years now?
Yeah, I think so.
Brutal.
Yeah, no, the last Q&A, was it in 2019?
I can't remember.
I think it might have been in 2019. So that's some crazy shit. Like, how many letters of the producer have they done, right?
Oh, well, this should have say, right? Yeah, it's...
Oh, well, there's been interviews. Sorry, I mean the Q&As. Like I don't mean the Q&As with like community. I mean the Blizzard Q&A streams with like Josh and Ian.
Yeah. No, well, this is literally, it says right there, letter from the producer live, part 67.
Yeah.
So that is the 67th letter from the producer.
Yeah, but people are confused. Whenever I say Q&As, I do not mean streamer interviews. I mean like sitting down in the Irvine campus, Josh and Ian doing a Q&A from Twitter and the forums and stuff like that thing they used to do. It just seems like they don't do as much of that community engagement. It's like, imagine if, patch 9.1.5 had like multiple letter from the producer lives that like were going into the various different aspects. I mean, it would be funny because 9.1 wasn't really that good, but fuck, we'd understand what their goals would have been, and they would have communicated that, and maybe it's like the likes of this, that are why people are like, oh shit, I'm going to stay up late and I'm going to watch this stream from Japan where my favorite devs are going to come and chat with us, and we're going to learn some cool new things, and it could be ungodly long and it'll be a crazy thing, and like that's like a cool community building thing for your most engaged players, and Blizz just kind of don't do that.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah.
It is an absolute great institution, I guess I would call it. It's a great institution. They've been doing it since basically day one. So I think I showed you the other day the picture of... Actually, I think I'll be able to throw it in here, but there's a screenshot from... I tried to find the video and I couldn't, but there's a screenshot from the very first letter from the live producer. And you can tell That poor man. That poor man. Actually, let's see. I'll fire it in here really quick. Really quick. It'll be down at the... no, I'll slide it in. I'll be professional. I'll be professional and slide it in under the... No, where's it at? Yes, I'll slide it in under the where to watch section.
Oh, here he is.
Yep. Please have patience. It's uploading. There you go.
This was 30 years ago.
It certainly looks like it. There's the two lads themselves with their very, very mediocre setup.
Yeah,
Clearly
well,
just one of their offices.
And now we know. I mean, he's eating vegetables, even though he doesn't like them. Mm-hmm. Man's eating vegetables and going snowboarding. Seems pretty good.
Yeah, Fiend Boss said Yoshida aged like 50 years since 2014. That looks about right. It really badly does.
Yeah, just wait till he eats a few more carrots and he'll be right back to normal.
He'll be flying.
Yeah.